It's a beautiful morning. I am just walking out of San Vicente de la Barquera, the start of the Camino Lebaniego, which goes from here to a monastery called Santo Toribio. So I'm super excited. I'm going to head up my 14th Camino. And as you can see behind me is a little castle. It's a really, really beautiful little town, so at least this part of town. Got the first Camino signs. The Camino del Norte and the Camino Lebaniego go together for the first 8 kilometers, and then I bend off. The weather's really, really nice today. I'm on a bit of an alternative route here. I took the bend off. It gets you off the road. So the second you can get off asphalt, that's what you want to do. Little variant saved me 2 or 3 kilometers, and it was absolutely spectacular. This is a place where I'm supposed to bend off this little town. And here's my bend off. So I am on my Camino now. It's only 2 kilometers to Monasterio, but I think they both join there. But I'm going to take this bend off any which ways, because this is where I'm supposed to be going. But I'm really looking forward to this Camino. It's been an absolutely spectacular morning so far. I just ran into the first pilgrim of the day, and he was going the other way, and he'd been on the road for 8 months, and he is heading to Bilbao because in an albergue municipal they stole his passport and all his money. And not only did they steal his money and passport, but they stole everybody's money and passport. So it's always a good reminder to pay attention to your stuff and to lock it up. So this is where the 2 Caminos split. I just had a coffee and a tortilla, and an Austrian pilgrim walked him and he was complaining because on the Norte most everything is on asphalt. So the second you can get off asphalt, that's what you want to do. Hasta luego, señora. Chao. Sí. Muchas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Very friendly people here. She's just giving me some quick tips. And yeah, this is Muño Rodero is the name of this little town where it splits. But it's absolutely beautiful little town, and it's about another 15 kilometers to go today. So now instead of following the yellow arrows, I have to follow the red arrows. Just a little reminder here that there's nothing to Carbal, and there's a secure bar going up the hill, but I just had my snack, so. These guys said that the most beautiful part is still to come. But it is Really beautiful so far. On 6 kilometers. I have these nice little notes from the albergue telling you which way to go, and I'm going to go down this little way here. There's a little sign, and it's 4.6 kilometers. Somebody is selling walking sticks. You see the mountain range behind me. That's the start. That's the Sierra Cantabrica back there. And slowly we start to see the Picos de Europa behind me. It's a bit foggy-ishy, misty. Only a few more kilometers to go to the albergue. It took quite a long time. It's like 30 kilometers in total. So it took a bit longer because I rested a lot too. But I was in no rush because the dinner's at 8. And otherwise you just sit around doing nothing any which ways. So just need to cross a bridge and then we'll be there. But really beautiful, beautiful Camino today. And the Guardia Civil welcomed me, this gentleman, and he checked me in. And he gave me his number and everything, so muy bien. This is my room. I got the bottom bunk. Just leaving Cades. The albergue was really, really nice. It's a tiny albergue. There were 5 other pilgrims. There are very few pilgrims on this road, even though it's so beautiful. And today I'm heading to Cades, I think the name is. It's about 20-something kilometers, but there's a 1,000-meter climb. So that should be a bit challenging. Yesterday was quite a challenging day, and it ended up being over 20-something kilometers in total. But this little valley here is really, really beautiful. The weather, it's drizzly and it's supposed to rain later. So I got a bit earlier start today. And then we had some really grumpy guy this morning in the albergue. But, which I've actually never seen. And the sign, and a beautiful, beautiful valley. walking on the road all morning long. But we're just about in a little town. Hopefully they have a cafe so I can get myself a coffee. But it hasn't been bad. Very cute cows, and they're all very interested. Good morning. Same little valley here. Houses. 30 people live in this little town. There's not many. Definitely more than 30 houses. Camino carries on down this way. And I'm going to jump in here and get a bite to eat. It's chorizo, eggs, and peppers, and local bread. Cicero is a beautiful, beautiful town. One of my favorite little towns so far. I actually had no plan of staying, but when I came over the mountain and I saw how beautiful it looked and that they had an albergue, I just decided to stay. Not the fanciest, but exactly what you need, and was only €8, which was nice. And they had blankets, which was always good. But really nice albergue. There were 3 other pilgrims. There's 2 Spanish girls from the night before and an English gentleman. But really, really beautiful. And the morning fogs are stunning. So today I'm heading to Cades, or maybe a bit beyond to the monastery. Yeah, I'm in my poncho because it did start to rain. We're up at like 750 meters, so it's another 250 up to the top of the mountain, and then it's 900 meters downhill. So it's going to be quite a steep, challenging downhill. Hopefully it stops raining by then. Just got passed by the 2 Spanish girls who are staying at the albergue, but it still is absolutely stunningly beautiful here. It's truly one of the nicest caminos I've ever been on. It is still drizzling a bit, but it's improved. But it was nice having a bit of rain in the forest. But we're right on top, and it is just spectacular. I'll show you. We're at 1,000 meters, and now it goes down, I think, to 100 or 150. But Lebaniego is a very nice little town. They only have a vending machine, but otherwise there's nothing there. So we had to keep on going. It has probably been the nicest Camino I've ever been on. And it's another 400-meter climb, and then it's not too bad after that. In the distance there is Cades, and off to the right there is the albergue. It's another 7 kilometers to Português, where I'm going to be staying today. And here we have these great old chestnut trees. And we're back on the other side of the mountain, and somewhere down there is where we must be going. And the final stretch into Português, it's another 2 kilometers or so, and we're back on a little road that there's no traffic, and it's kind of pretty still. They claim it's one of the prettiest towns in Spain, but so far it looks okay, but not like one of the prettiest. But anyways, Português sign, and I'm looking for the albergue, and they have this famous little tower. Walking down to the albergue, which is actually hidden. A very nice albergue, but the most spectacular thing is its location. This is the window right on the river. Beautiful, beautiful scenery here. Just walking out of Português. It looks like a spectacular day. Hopefully it stays that way. I haven't looked at the weather forecast. But I am heading up to the monastery right now. And then I'm going to start the next Camino, which is the Camino Viadense, which goes all the way to Mansilla de Mulas, which is on the Camino Francés. Last night when I went to bed, I thought I was done. I was just going to stop here at the monastery and then be done with it. But this morning when I looked out and I saw the mountains and stuff, I thought it'd be worthwhile carrying on another few days. We'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be a big climb today across the mountains. Here's a beautiful valley. That's the albergue, and over here is the monastery, which is the end of the Camino Lebaniego, and now I'm going to go on to the next one, which is the Viadense. So I'm going to have Camino guys. But this Camino so far, these last 3 days have been absolutely spectacular, and today looks like an absolutely gorgeous day. The last night I was like, yeah, do I really want to carry on another few days? But this morning when I woke up, and it was just so beautiful. So here I am. I'm off to the next Camino. It should be 6 or 7 days, depending. Today's supposed to be a pretty tough day, but we'll see how that goes.